Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Logan with All Paths Taken. This is part 5 of our 100% walkthrough of Bloodborne. Last time we did everything there is to do in Hemwick and slaughtered the witches. In this episode, we are heading into the first section of Yahar'gul, the Unseen Village, also known as Hypogean Gaol. I'm going to show you where to get more Twin Bloodstone Shards, a new weapon, and how to defeat Dark Beast Parl. As always, we're going to go for a full completion, so that's every item, every secret, and every boss. So grab your weapon of choice, and let's continue the hunt. God, this is one level of the game that is just a challenge. So we've got this area pretty much all done, or that's Tombstone all done for now. We've got everything we can do there for now, so now we are on Hypogean Gaol. If you don't know how to get to Hypogean Gaol because you did not die, and like I did when I was in Cathedral Ward, once you beat everything there is to do in Old Yharnam and you kill the Bloodstarved Beast, those bag dudes, the Snatchers, will show up around Cathedral Ward. If you've died to one of them, they will take you to Hypogean Gaol. So we had that happen earlier. We are going to head that way this time around. Now, I will mention that we should be incredibly powerful for Dark Beast Parl. So don't expect him to give you too much of a fuss this time through. The main bosses of this level are these dudes, the Snatchers. The Snatchers are incredibly difficult enemies. We are going to fight all of them because it's just a lot easier to make sure that the area is done with, so we don't have to worry about trying to run through the level when these guys are so difficult to kill. Oh, get dodged the right way. One swing? Nope, not one swing. That sucks. Can I kill you? Nice. That was so lovely. Don't kill me, please. Are you gonna do your punchy punch? Thank you. That's the punch I wanted. Heck yeah. Alright, now we roll into him. And couple transformation attacks. Heck yeah, dude. That is lovely. So last episode, we also got our weapon up to +6. If you have a Molotov, I suggest putting it on. I also should mention with the weapons as well, we got Saw Cleaver to +6, and I also upgraded my Hunter Pistol to +3, so I could put that Blood Gem on for that as well. But while we're putting our... Ooh, wait. It ran away, dang it. Alright, well, let's do a quick exit real quick, and then we'll come back in, and that scurrying beast will be there. But if you remember me pulling up that gem, I got it from that chest as we went up towards the Upper Cathedral Ward just before we went and grabbed that badge that allows us to buy the fire paper. I forget what that badge is called. I think it's like Radiant Hunter's badge or something like that. I can't remember. Hey, if you're enjoying the run, make sure to subscribe to my channel, All Paths Taken. I cover every secret, every boss, and every hidden path so you never miss a thing. Because here, we don't just play the game, we take all paths. So be sure to subscribe right now. But now, whenever this loads up, we got our scurrying beast there. Burn it alive, grab our Twin Bloodstone Shards, and now we can head down. We are going to head all the way down, because this is going to be where you spawn in when the Snatchers kill you and take you here. You're going to spawn in right there. You come out. How you get up, again, is just how I showed you coming down. You go all the way up the stairs, and you are at the top where the lamp is. I believe you can even see the lamp from where we are right now. But we're going to grab some cold blood, and there's a new NPC down here. She is really creepy. She is your stalker for life. So if you want to mess with her, you can. You want to send her to the church, you can. You do not need to. She's just panicking, and she's not going to see you, or you're not going to be able to send her unless you are also in the church garb, or a church garb in general. If you don't have this armor set, you can also use Gascoigne's set as well. See, now she's nice. She's like, oh my god, you changed. Cool. Why? No, 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 no. Don't put me in animations. I don't want. That is one of the main flaws with this game. Does not have many flaws, but that is one thing that I can't stand. Nope. I wouldn't take you in if I could, lady, because you are crazy as shit. put my armor back on. Now, you can kill her if you want to get another Uden Wraith. It's up to you. Otherwise, it's not really worth it. But it's up to you nonetheless. If you want to kill her, you can. If not, not. If you have the prostitute NPC, I forget her name. I think it's like Elise or something like that. Or Alice, I don't remember. But she and that lady do not get along. And that crazy lady actually kills her. Because she's like, I love you so much. I don't want you being around that charlatan. Well, as you just saw, while I was taking a sip of my drink, there are witches in this area. There are 2 of them. So, make sure you move appropriately and do not dodge into the grab like I did. Dodge away from it. That way you are not going to get hurt by them. Now, there are 2 bag dudes, or snatchers, in that other room. So, you want to try to kill these guys without breaking pots. So, for this one, for example, let him come closer to you, away from the pots. Because if you break the pots, they're going to start moving at you. And you'd think, like, oh, that dude just screamed. They should be coming. Nope. They're not. It's weird. I know. I don't understand either. But we're going to walk over, grab some more bullets. We're going to wake up and aggro some of these dudes as well. Oh, okay. Hang on. These guys are other dudes that the snatchers took. They don't do, like, any damage. Just so you know. But you should kill them because we are going to have to kill these bag dudes as well. Now, how I suggest going to kill them is by starting from this end of the area. And then if you have poison knives, that is a great choice as well. Because we can't get too close because the one on the left will see us. So let's throw on a poison knife. We are going to simply go boop and boop. Now, you might want to do one at a time. It's not the end of the world if you do one at a time. It's probably better if you do one at a time. But I'm pretty good at this game, so I'm just going to wing it and see what happens. That way you can take one out at a time and, you know, not have to worry about them both going aggro at once. So he should be dead. Beauty! Perfect timing. Whoo, that was close. And he should be dead. Perfect timing. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Nice. So, we will be running through this area again. Oh, I don't want to... no, I won't go there yet. So, we will be running through this area again to get to the boss fight. We are also going to run through this area again, later in the game after we beat Rom, because we need to eventually get to this area so we can... What? Why is the dead body over there? Well, that's freaking weird. But we'll be running through this area again because we have to get to this area after Rom to go fight the One Reborn. And in that case, the world will be different. It's not going to be night anymore. It's going to be like a blood moon has risen, so the sky is going to be different colors, and it's going to be a little bit brighter, and it's going to be just as horrifying. But we are now going to go to the right over here. We have about 3 dogs to kill and 1 more body snatcher. I lied. 2 dogs to kill. We have Dos doggos. Alright, Mr. Snatcher. You gonna be nice like the other ones? You are. Look at that. Giving me a punch instead of all of the crazy attacks that you have. And now we're just gonna go boop. Make sure he aggroes. And switch into that. Nice and easy. Now he dead. Ooh, twins. Nice. That's a handy drop. Alright, now we're coming to the bottom. Turning to the left, grab more twin bloodstones. And then we can grab Frenzied Cold Blood. You can get this door if you want to. It's not that big of a deal if you don't get it, because we're never really going to use it. It's just kind of a nice door to have, as it gives you another way to get over to this side of the chapel. The next area we are going to go through is to our right, but we have a big fat piggy pig to kill first. So with this pig, just like the last pig we fought. We want to wait for him to... Can you scream or something? There we go. Wait for him to scream, walk behind him, and then we're going to shove our fist up his butt and kill him very quickly. Grab some blood vials. We're going to come down this way because there's only 3 items and a couple of dogs to grab. Excuse me, 4 items. We have a brand new armor set, the black hooded set. It's honestly pretty sweet. I might switch to it later. Maybe once I grab my burial blade at the end of the game when I kill Gehrman. Then that's that. But from here, we are going to go back up the stairs after we've grabbed all of those items, and we will move on to the next little section. So, down this way, if you have those mollies, make sure you get them back on, because for some reason, this is the hardest dude to kill out of all of the crawlies. Like, even endgame. Look at that. 2 mollies. Just ate them. No big deal. And he's only holding twins. Like, if he was holding chunks, I could get it. Or if it was a blood rock, I'd get it. But, oh well. We're going to open that shortcut. It leads us back to the lamp. If you want to go back and level up, you can. But we really don't have that much left of Hypogean Gaol. So, we're not going to go back yet. We're going to run this way. And we are going to grab more Frenzied Cold Blood. Can't remember. Is there anything else? Nope. So in this corner, later in the game when your Yahar'gul is here, we're grabbing this item so we don't have to come over here at all later. There'll just be a dude with a gun and a dude with a sword over in this corner trying to kill you as there's a trap there. But now, this leads to a shortcut later in the game. Again, we cannot use it now as it's higher up. Oh, no item. I forgot there wasn't. I thought there was. There's no item behind the elevator. Now we're going to run over here so we can go fight a pig. Actually, this is not the safer way to go, because if I forgot, Doggy 1 and Doggy 2 are there. So we're actually going to go backwards and go back down the way we came and go fight Mr. Piggy. Once we kill Mr. Piggy, then we will just have nobody but dogs to kill. Again, wait for him to roar, get behind him. Nice charge attack. If you're a strength build, do another charge attack, and you will absolutely stomp on that bad boy. Now we grab bolt paper and blood vials. Now, if you decide you don't want to go get the Tonitrus right now, it's going to be an absolute cluster to try to deal with later in the game, because there's going to be much harder hitting enemies here. They have much more health. You are going to get blown up. Let's just put it that way. You're going to get blown up. You're going to get beaten. They are going to make you absolutely cry to mommy because of how much damage they do. So honestly, just get the Tonitrus now. Just get the Tonitrus now. That way you don't have to get anything later. And you can just leave some of the hardest, most annoying enemies in the game alone. Alright, now, those 3 guys are guarding our Tonitrus. When we walk up, we are going to focus on the bag dude. We're going to get a visceral attack on him. And then we're going to kill 2 dogs. And then we're going to have to deal with an angry bag dude. So, actually, I think the dogs will get alerted if we just get close enough. Yep. That's what happens. Whoo! Alright, now we just take out a bag dude like normal. And if you wanted, you can always bait him farther away, run and grab your Tonitrus, that way you don't have to fight another one of these dudes. But we've already killed like every enemy in the level, so it's not that big of a deal. He's literally the last one. Literally the last one. Alright, we grabbed our Tonitrus. This is the electric mace. It's pretty cool. Again, I would show it to you if I had the levels, but I do not have the levels because I don't have enough strength. But this weapon's pretty sweet. Essentially, it's just something that doesn't really get tricked. It just buffs itself again and again and again to do even more bolt damage. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool weapon. It's very strong against the kin-type enemies. So your brain suckers, your blue goobers, Abritas, those guys are all going to get demolished by the Tonitrus. Same with Orphan of Kos as well. Alright, now, let's head back to the dream and level up if you have not gotten your weapon to +6 and you want to upgrade your pistol higher, by all means do so. Again, you don't need to level up your pistol higher, but you can. And then once you're done with that, make sure you got enough blood vials and bullets, and then we can get ready for Dark Beast Parl. Alright, so just to remind you of everything that I have done, I also put on the Moon Rune as well. I got Beast Runes on. I have the Air Rune on as well. Leveled up my skill to 34. Vitality is sitting at 25. My weapon is at +6. My pistol is at +3. And now we just go to the bottom of the stairs. Or this middle section of the stairs, I should say. We're going to run past the witches onto the right. Then we're going to run past the bag dudes that are over here as well. And then we're going to run through this little hole in the wall and go fight Dark Beast Parl. Now, there he is, laying down, big pile of bones. So, Parl, let me talk about Parl a little bit. Now, this dude is probably one of the few bosses I have not fought so very much enough that I can really give you an apt description, because legitimately every time I've gotten to this point of the game, I obliterate him in a few moves because of how much damage we are doing with the Saw Spear. If you're playing with the Holy Blade or any other weapon, it's going to be pretty close to the same result as long as your weapon is up to +6. If it's not up to +6 and it's at +4 or +3, it's going to be a little bit harder and it's not going to be staggered as much. But generally what we're going to do when we walk in, we are going to use a Beast Blood Pellet. We are going to use Fire Paper. We're going to run and try to hit him in the head, similar to what we did at the start of the playthrough with Cleric Beast. When that happens, you'll see like him lower his head and stand still because we staggered him. That's an opening for a visceral attack. When you hit that visceral, he's not going to have any electricity buffing himself. And all we're going to do essentially is just walk around hitting his legs, and eventually he'll just stay flat on the ground, try to get up. Whatever leg goes up, that's the one you want to hit. But honestly, if you can't hit that one, just hit a leg and it'll be dead in no time. Now, when we get there, he's going to roar immediately and raise his head up, and he's going to get all electrified and bolty. That's his main move that he's going to do damage on. So if you are lower leveled, that's the main move to watch out, because if you try to dodge that move, it will do double damage. It is very, 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 very small window to dodge, so you have to be ready for it. You have to dodge it perfectly. Otherwise, you might get obliterated. Then he also has some swipes that he has for attacks as well. He most of the time likes to run away from you because he tries to get around you, to behind you or to the side of you, and then swipe. When he is fully electrified, his swipes also travel a little bit past his swings and are a little bit delayed. That's pretty much it, but honestly, you probably won't have any issues with this boss because he is going to be incredibly weak. Now, we're going to walk into the room. We're going to trigger Fire Paper. We're going to trigger Beast Blood Pellets. And there's your electrified attack. Head comes down. Charged attack into the head. And we get our visceral attack. And he is pretty much half health already. Now we're just going to smack him till he staggers. Oh. Alright. Full heals. Comes down. Stagger him again. And he's dead. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? You deal with that one... Okay, come on. Come on, game. Come on, game. Come on. There we go. You deal with that one attack, that one move where he lifts his head up and lowers it, or lifts his head up and electrifies himself and then comes down. You deal with that. He's a joke. Now, this door is pretty cool. It leads to another area of the game, if you wanted to go do this area later. But this is Old Yharnam. Pretty cool, right? This comes right down into that double door, and that is where the lycanthropes are, and going all the way back up. That's the tower where Jura is. It's pretty sweet how they got the interconnectivity of this game. I wish they had more of this in like Elden Ring. That would have been really cool. Alright, so Also, I should mention, if you wanted to do more quest lines in this game, because I know I'm only doing one, that's the only one that honestly really gives you something that's worth it, in my opinion. Because there is another one involving that prostitute, I forget her name. Oh, what the heck's her name? It's like Adeline, Alice, I don't remember. But she ends up going to Cathedral Ward, and actually, I got some time, I'll show you. Let me level up first, and then I will show you where to go. But she ends up essentially going to Cathedral Ward, and when she's there, not much really happens other than eventually Udin just starts taking possession of her and tries to impregnate her. Right? That's basically what happens. Eventually she runs away after we kill Rom, and into the sewers, the same path of which we took, coming from the Tomb of Udin into Cathedral Ward, or going to kill Henrik, like what we did on our way there in that little sewer section. But that is a section where she will be, and she'll give birth to a baby, and then that baby will give us the umbilical cord. But if you haven't already, you need to talk to this guy. He'll tell you that there's a safe place. Oh, my controller's about to die. Oh, well. Well, that's fine. We're about to end the episode. I just want to show you where to go. So from here, we're going to go to the left. We're going to run through this way. Everybody should be asleep, so I shouldn't get attacked by anybody. Except for maybe a couple of dudes over here on the left once we get up the stairs. But we come through this way. Hopefully we run into Patches too, because Patches will give us the tonsil stone. We just got to talk to an NPC door. So if we run this way, I'm going to kill this guy just to make sure he doesn't follow me. And then we come down this way. We talk to this person. So this dude we can send into the chapel as well, or we can send him somewhere else as well. I don't know why it's not letting me send him places, but that's okay.
Hello there. Have you found any?
I have.
Maybe I'll see you there.
There we go. So now she is gone. I wonder why. I wonder why. So if we tell him to go to Udin Chapel, there will be another blue goober in Yosefka's clinic. All he does is drop Madman's knowledge. So if you want to send him there to get more Madman's knowledge, you can. If you want to withhold the information, you can too. It's not that big of a deal. But that is pretty much it. That's pretty much it in terms of NPCs. I wonder why I can't get Patches. I can't remember. Either way, it's not that big of a deal, because we're going to run through the Nightmare Frontier way later in life. But I'm going to make my way back to Cathedral Ward. Again, if you guys have any questions on any quest lines, I will make sure I take my time and answer them for you in the comments so you guys can get immediate feedback, which will help you get your 100% walkthrough completed. If you like the walkthrough, make sure you like and subscribe. Comment your favorite part or favorite area of the game as well that you've really enjoyed going through. And then again, we can just kind of hang out in the next part of the walkthrough. So I will see you in the next episode. Sorry for the shorter playthrough, but man, we are just so strong. We just walked through everybody easily. We will see you in the next episode. Have a great day, everybody.